1 through 4 are all actually asking the same thing. What are they looking for? The angle. How do I find the angle in any situation? Inverse. So all this wants you to do, it didn't have a letter there, but all this wants you to do is inverse. And when I put that in the calculator, you should get 31.6 degrees. Y'all agree? And this one, I'm going to inverse. And what did we get on number 20? Number 2. Say it louder. 30.2 degrees. Remember, anytime you're inversing or you're looking for an angle, you only need to go 1 decimal. Same thing on number 3 and 4. It says refer to the triangle. Use the trigonometric equation to find the indicated angle measures. If I'm looking for an angle, how do I get A by itself? Inverse. What did y'all get for 3? 26.6. Don't forget degrees. And what did y'all get for 4? 45 degrees. Super simple, right? Inverse. You're looking for an angle, inverse every time. Number 5 through 8 is all about ratio. When I'm asking you about ratio, what am I asking you for? You are dividing. And sometimes it'll be a fraction, sometimes it'll be a whole number because it reduces. But cosine of y, everybody circle y, please. Where's my hypotenuse here? The 2 square root of 13. So cosine is adjacent over hypotenuse. What is my adjacent? 6 over, what's my hypotenuse? If you put this as the answer, you will only get half credit. Why? You cannot have a radical in the denominator. You have to rationalize. You have to simplify as well. That's going to give me 6 root 13 over 2 times 13. And what happens? You could do 26, but before I do that, what do y'all notice? What's 6 divided by 2? 3. So this reduces to 3 over 13 divided by 13.
Okay, I found this on the web for reduce 3 over...
She's so nosy. What questions can I answer about what I just did? I want you to do the same thing on number 6 if you haven't already. Go. You're doing sine, so this time you're going to be doing O over H. And here are your answers for 7 and 8 as well. What questions can I answer? You're just putting the letters there that go there. All right, I'm not going to give you the answers to the next 3. I'm just going to set up the equations. You can go figure out the answers, okay? Can I turn it over or not yet? Okay. All right, so for this one, right, these next 3 up top, 9 through 11, I have opposite and hypotenuse. So the sine of x equals opposite over hypotenuse. I have hypotenuse and adjacent. So the cosine of 42 equals adjacent over hypotenuse. And I have opposite over adjacent. Those are the equations to help you set up. Questions? All right, number 12 and 13. Everybody needs to look up for 12 and 13. How do I do this? Yeah, I don't know the answers. I'm going to post the key in Schoology tonight in completed notes folder so you can look at the answers, but right now I just want to go over how to set them up. Okay. All right, 12 and 13 are big questions because you're going to see these on the test. How do I start or how do I do 12? Yes.
Well, first off, the bigger triangle is a 30, 60, 90.
This bigger triangle right here is a 30, 60, 90. What do I know about it besides that? What did I give you? I gave you the, not the small leg, the what? The hypotenuse. I gave you the hypotenuse of 5. How am I going to find the short leg? So what's 5 divided by 2? 2.5. So this short leg right here across from the 30 is 2.5. You actually don't need, I'm looking for x, so I don't need to do the long leg. You could and get 2.5 square roots of 3, but you don't need it. Now, can you focus on this little triangle? What do I need, or what do I have for the little triangle? I have the hypotenuse. What else do I have? The opposite. So if I have opposite and hypotenuse, what am I doing? Sine. The sine of your angle, our angle is x, is opposite 2.5 over hypotenuse 10. How do I get x by itself? X is the angle. What are you going to do? Inverse. Again, if you're watching me do this and you're like a big nope, tutoring after school today till 3:45. I'll be here till 3:45. What did y'all get in the calculator when you did the inverse sine of 2.5 over 10? 14.5 degrees is our answer. For the next problem.
You know how people listen to music that loud, but I can hear it.
Exactly. We're in the car and my daughter was like, somebody's car had like loud bass and my daughter was like, Mom, what is that noise? It's hurting my ears. And I was like, I'm sorry.
They're like in the car and so vocal.
Well, they will be my age and can't hear like me, so. All right, for this problem right here, what kind of triangle is what I just highlighted? Isosceles right, which is a 45, 45, 90. If I have the hypotenuse of a 45, 45, 90, how do I find the leg? Divide by square root of 2. What is 30, the square root of 30 divided by square root of 2? Square root of 15. So both of these are 7 square root of 15. Does that make sense? Now from here, let's focus on this triangle. What do I have here? I have opposite and adjacent. Opposite over adjacent is to what? Tangent. So the tangent of the angle, which is x, is your opposite over your adjacent. Bella, do you mind touching it real quick for me? Just move it and it should bounce back. Yeah, yep, that's good. Alright, see how it's going side by side? How weird. Okay. What do I do next to get x? Inverse tan And when I put that in the calculator, what'd y'all get? 71.6 degrees is my answer. We okay? For all three of these on 14, what did I tell you you have to do first? You have to inverse first on all of these. Now, do you see how I have this 5a here? What am I going to do to get a by itself after I inverse? Then I'm going to divide by 5. So your answer, what you're putting in the calculator, would be the cosine inverse of 0.2588. All of that divided by 5. What did y'all get when y'all put that in the calculator? Louder, 50.0 degrees. 15.0 degrees. I don't have white out in this room either. 15.0 degrees. For this one, how would I get a by itself after I inverse it? Multiply. So this one I'm going to multiply 3 times the inverse tan of 0.5022. So again, inverse first, then do whatever you need. What do I get with this? 80? This last one's a little bit tricky. I'm left with 6 over a equals the inverse sine of 0.2249. What do I do here? Everybody said no, we just gave up on this one. Can't multiply by 6, you're close. But y'all, what did we do when x was on bottom normally? Same thing here, you can just switch that. What? 6 over. Did you do inverse sine? You can't do that. Let's see. Make sure you put it in the calculator right. Oh no, not tan. The inverse sine of, what is it, 0.2249? I got am I in degrees or radians? In degrees, I got 0.5 degrees. Is that what y'all got? Okay. That was a little weird. For sure. All right. Last one. This is not last one, but last one on the front. This is just like the problem we were doing, right? So same concept. What am I going to start with here? Well, I can't start with it this time because I don't have any information about it, right? So I'm actually going to start with this one over here. And what did you say back there? Sine. I'm going to do sine. I have opposite, I have hypotenuse. So I want to find that O value, right? So the sine of 26 degrees is opposite over hypotenuse. How do I get O by itself? Multiply by 20. So O is 20 sine of 26. And again, when you put that in the calculator, actually put O equals 20 sine of 26. And I got 8.767. So that's going to make, oh no, this, 8.767. Both of those, 8.767. Do y'all agree? How do I find the hypotenuse? 8.767 times square root of 2. Or O times square root of 2. That gives me 12.399. Next, what do I got to do to find y? I got to do the adjacent side now. So adjacent over hypotenuse is cosine of 26 is adjacent over hypotenuse. Sorry, that's kind of hard to see for y'all. I'm going to multiply both sides by 20 so that your adjacent is 20 cosine of 26. Hey y'all, when you're taking your test tomorrow, sometimes y'all are rushing a little bit, and I can tell y'all can't read your handwriting. Y'all are turning 2s into 7s or 7s into 2s, and then you're turning 9s into 4, like 3s into 8s. Like, be careful when you're writing that you're copying the number and not copying your handwriting wrong.
So if it is clear but this sign.
Say it louder.
Isn't it clear but this sign for that one?
You can't do so.
Because I found
You found the other angle up here? That's fine. Yep, it should give you the same answer. And so for that, when you plug that in the calculator, you get 17.976. How am I going to find y? Add them together. So in my calculator, because I set it up, I'm just doing O plus A, and that's going to give me 26.743. My hope is you're feeling a little bit better as we're going through this. Again, if you're not, tutorials today. All right. I have 4 minutes left. I don't have time to do the back, all of it, but what I do have time to do is set up every picture. So I'm going to do that for you real quick. A ladder is 5 meters long and leaning against a vertical wall. The ladder is 5 meters, so I'm going to do 5 meters as the hypotenuse. It makes a 65-degree angle with the ground. How high up the wall does the ladder reach? That's this, X. The next one say, how far is the foot of the ladder? I'm going to call that Y. It wants the bottom. So for the first one, you're finding X. For the second one, you're finding Y. I'm going to do these kind of fast because I don't have much time. John wants to measure the height of the tree. Here's my tree. He walks exactly 100 feet from the base of the tree. So here's 100 feet. Here's John, way over there. And looks up. The angle from the ground to the top of the tree is 33 degrees. How tall is the tree? With this one, actually somebody pointed out, they said, Miss Alvarez, the answer's not here. Did y'all notice that? Yeah. Correct, but it is there. Because if this is 33 and this is 90, what's that angle right there?
33.
Nope, not the same.
57.
It has to add up to 180. And if that angle's 57, with 57 I have
10.
Opposite and adjacent. The answer is C on that one. It's a little tricky. You might have to find the other angle. Alright, I gotta go quick. The bell's probably going to ring while I'm doing this, but I'm going to just keep going. Next one, a park ranger needs to find the height of the cliff. From the top of the device, the park ranger may the angle of elevation, that goes on the bottom, 62 degrees. The ranger is standing 45 feet away from the cliff, and his measuring device is 5.5 feet. How tall is the cliff? At the very end, you're going to have to add that 5.5 feet. A bird is sitting on top of a lamppost. The angle of depression from the bird to the feet of the observer is 35 degrees. Angle of depression, angle of elevation, same thing. The distance from the observer to the bird. Y'all, where's the bird? Where's the observer? The 25 is the hypotenuse. How tall is the lamppost? A kite is flying 80 meters of string. When you fly a kite, is it straight above you? No, it is diagonal. The string is diagonal. The kite's angle of elevation to the ground is 40 degrees. How high is the kite? And an airplane has an altitude of 1,500. Directly over a school. Here's the airport and the school are 11,800. Determine the angle of elevation.
Is Glenn come to this class for tutoring?
No, my class for tutoring. I will be in my room for tutoring today.
I think it's like 19.
Yep, same thing. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much.